Airport Authority for Tuesday, July 8th, 2014. Roll call, please, Jay.
Jeff Griffin.
Here.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Here.
John Kramer.
Here.
Chris Anson.
Here.
Terry Thomason.
Here.
Shane Fisher.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Consideration and action of consent agenda.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
John Kramer.
Yes.
Chris Anson.
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Are there any petitions or appearances from the audience for the Airport Authority? Under current business, number 1, consideration of possible action to approve allowing city staff to apply for discretionary and entitlement grant funds from the FAA in the amount of $1,597,889, with city matching funds not to exceed $89,000 to be funded from the fiscal year 2014-2015 General Fund CIP.
This is the runway overlay that we've discussed several times leading up to this year. This will be coming out of our entitlement grant that we get each year.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
John Kramer.
Yes.
Chris Anson.
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under number 2, consideration and possible action to approve the contract amendment task order number 8R-1 with Delta Airport Consultants in the amount of $127,212 for work on the airport grant runway overlay. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
John Kramer.
Yes.
Chris Anson.
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under the addendum for bids, we have bid number 3, consideration possible action to approve acceptance of either alternate 1 low bid of $1,251,997 for runway overlay or alternate 2 low bid of $1,599,397 for runway overlay plus corrections of grades and slopes to FAA standards from Haskell Lemon Construction Company. Approval of this project may entail the expenditure of city funds not to exceed $120,000 and be made in the current fiscal year that may not be reimbursed until the following fiscal year.
Yes, if you read I know some of you read the packet closely enough to tell that there were 2 alternates. Staff is recommending the one that includes the slope rework. Over the last many years, I'm guessing in the neighborhood of 40 years, the slope to the runway in various areas is given a little bit, and it causes problems with air traffic. And the price here, the $1,599,397, includes the slope rework, so that it would be brought back up to standards and the base would be solidified so that we don't have to worry about that in the near future. If we take alternate 1 and don't do the rework of the slope, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I would say with the earthquake activity that we've had fairly recently, eventually we would risk some sort of decertification from FAA. And risk losing some of our future appropriations on our entitlement grant.
How does our matching funds change from each one?
Could you repeat that?
If we take the first one, what's our matching fund compared to this?
Good question. Do you have those figures, Sharon?
We're going to pay 5% of the total, no matter what. It wouldn't come up any higher. The most we would have to pay is, according to our consultant, is $84,500.
Okay.
Which was less than we had projected originally.
Which is less than was projected, yes.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion?
I move that we take the second one. Second.
The motion is for the alternate 2 proposal for the overlay plus the correction of grades and slopes. I have a second. Can we Have a roll call vote, please, Jay.
Jeff Griffin,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? We can now call to order the Seminole Gas Authority for Tuesday, July 8th. Roll call, please, Jay.
John Kramer,
Here.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Here.
Jeff Griffin,
Here.
Chris Anson,
Here.
Terry Thomason,
Here.
Shane Fisher.
Here.
Have a quorum.
Consideration and action of consent agenda.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Are there any appearances or petitions from the audience for the Gas Authority? If not, do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? If we could please call to order the Seminole Utilities Authority. Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Here.
John Kramer,
Here.
Terry Thomason,
Here.
Chris Anson,
Here.
Jeff Griffin,
Here.
Shane Fisher.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Consideration and action of consent agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Do we have any appearances or petitions from the audience for the Utilities Authority? If not, under bids, number 1, consideration and possible action to approve soliciting sealed bids on the following projects with a total not to exceed cost of $225,000 to be funded from the Series 2006 revenue bond proceeds.
Mr.
Do I
Mayor,
need-
we're going to need a... go
To
ahead,
do
Brad.
these.
We're going to need a roll call vote on each individually, if you don't mind,
Okay.
as we go.
All right. Do I have a motion, or for the acceptance of to refurbish piping in Main and Wilson lift station not to exceed $50,000?
Move to approve. Second.
A roll call vote, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Motion passes.
B, college lift station repairs and replacement of piping, cover, and controls not to exceed $10,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Motion passes.
C, Brahms lift station pump and controls replacement not to exceed $35,000.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Motion passes.
D, replacement of 2 digester pumps not to exceed $20,000 for both.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Motion passes.
E, replacement of 2 scum box pumps not to exceed $35,000.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Motion passes.
F, replacement of bio tower piping, check valves, and valves not to exceed $50,000.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Motion passes.
G, variable frequency drives, water wells not to exceed $25,000.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Number 2, consideration and possible action to approve soliciting sealed bids on the following projects with a total not to exceed cost of $176,000 to be funded from the 2010 Series Revenue Bond proceeds. A, backhoe with Water Department not to exceed $83,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Terry Thomason?
Yes.
Chris Anson?
Yes.
Jeff Griffin?
Yes.
Motion passes.
B, security fence for water wells not to exceed $30,000.
Will this cover all our wells? Mike, will this cover all our wells? Just the one we don't, okay.
We're knocking a few out each year, DD. It's
Yeah,
just-
we
we
Well,
did.
pointed that
Tell
out.
you, it's very effective. There's not been anyone on top of the one around where I
Very
live
good.
since the fence has gone on.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Patterson?
Yes.
John Kramer?
Yes.
Terry Thomason?
Yes.
Chris Anson?
Yes.
Jeff Griffin?
Yes.
Motion passes.
C, sewer line construction trench box, 4-inch trash pump, 4-yard rock box ventilator, a tripod and harness not to exceed $33,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Patterson?
Yes.
John Kramer?
Yes.
Terry Thomason?
Yes.
Chris Anson?
Yes.
Jeff Griffin?
Yes.
Motion passes.
D, large portable air compressor not to exceed $30,000. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Patterson?
Yes.
John Kramer?
Yes.
Terry Thomason?
Yes.
Chris Anson?
Yes.
Jeff Griffin?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Number 3, consideration and possible action to approve soliciting sealed bids to sandblast and paint the Highland Water Tower at a cost not to exceed $300,000 to be funded from the 2010 series revenue bond proceeds.
Let's hope it comes in less than that. Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Patterson?
Yes.
John Kramer?
Yes.
Terry Thomason?
Yes.
Chris Anson?
Yes.
Jeff Griffin?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Number 4, on bids, consideration and possible action to accept the low bid of $56,990 from North American Industries for a 10-ton crane system at the wastewater treatment plant to be funded from the Series 2006 revenue bond proceeds. This is a fiscal year 2014-2015 budgeted item.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Dee Patterson?
Yes.
John Kramer?
Yes.
Terry Thomason?
Yes.
Chris Anson?
Yes.
Jeff Griffin?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, sir.
No,
All
now
those
that we've
opposed?
adjourned, that was kind of a test to see if y'all read your packets. The $300,000 painting on the new water tower will have an OSU insignia on it. So congratulations, Mayor, you whizzed right
That makes it
through.
all
Remember, it is just requesting.
And it's my understanding, Mayor, that Steve Saxton was going to pay for the painting of the tower.
If we put it up there, he probably would.
That's why it's so expensive.
Yeah, there you go.
If we could now call to order, please, the Seminole City Council meeting. Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason?
Here.
John Kramer?
Here.
Dee Patterson?
Here.
Jeff Griffin?
Here.
Chris Anson?
Here.
Shane Fisher?
Here.
We have a quorum.
If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dee Dee, if you'd be kind enough to lead us in prayer.
At the Savior's command, informed by divine teaching, we dare to say, Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Consideration and action of consent agenda.
move to approve.
Yeah, second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason?
Yes.
John Kramer?
Yes.
Dee Patterson?
Yes.
Jeff Griffin?
Yes.
Chris Anson?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Are there any appearances or petitions from the audience for the city council meeting? Under approvals and acceptances, number 1, bids. Consideration and possible action to approve soliciting bids at a cost not to exceed $20,000 for renovation of the 2 library restrooms to be funded from the fiscal year 2014-2015 General Fund CIP.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
John Kramer.
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Chris Hansen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under bids, 1A on the addendum, consideration possible action to approve the purchase of a 1-ton crew cab truck chassis for the street department from Seminole Ford per state contract bid price of $25,339 to be funded from the Series 2010 revenue bond proceeds. This is a fiscal year 2014-2015 budgeted item.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
John Kramer.
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Chris Hansen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
1B, consideration possible action to approve the purchase of a 3/4-ton truck for the street department from Seminole Ford per state contract bid price of $22,006 to be funded from the Series 2010 revenue bond proceeds. This is a fiscal year 2014-15 budgeted item.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
John Kramer.
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Chris Hansen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Consideration possible action to accept the low bid of $56,990 from North American Industries for a 10-ton crane system at the wastewater treatment plant to be funded from Series 2006 revenue bond proceeds. This is a fiscal year 2014-15 budgeted item.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
John Kramer.
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Chris Hansen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under Resolutions, 1, consideration and possible action to approve Resolution Number 2014-8, a resolution supporting continued participation in the Main Street project. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
John Kramer.
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
Jeff Griffin.
Yes.
Chris Hansen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under 1E, consideration possible action to approve Resolution Number 2014-9, a resolution prohibiting the marketing and advertising of alcohol and tobacco at city-sponsored events.
Explain yourself.
Once again, we're trying to qualify for a Healthy Communities Incentive Grant, and the ordinances that were passed previously had to do with prohibiting smoking and all tobacco products. This one deals strictly with marketing and advertising of alcohol and tobacco products. The suggestion was to have it say at city-sponsored events. We were a little concerned that that could have a very broad interpretation, and so on your handout that I gave you, we reworded it a little and said that it's events directly promoted or primarily sponsored by the city. Technically, there really are not events or festivals or parades that are sponsored by the city.
Is this part of that ordinance that was passed last year, or
No.
about this time?
This
or
is
No,
the
this is a new thing. they
Clean
came up with.
Oklahoma or Healthy Oklahoma
Healthy
Community.
communities.
Or is this something they're dangling another carrot in front of us for that grant?
Yes, they are. It's a difference of $16,000 in the money we would be entitled to.
And when is this grant supposed to be given?
If we can get the applications submitted by July 31st, the tobacco settlement Endowment Trust Board meets the middle of September, and the grant could be awarded immediately following that, which would give us time to get our streetlights put in.
You might tell them what the last money went to improve.
Well, yes, last year we got $5,000 and it went toward paying for the streetlights around the walking trail. And that's what we hope to do again this year, is to add.
What
More
events
lights.
does this actually affect?
None that I know
We
of.
can't think of any that we sponsor.
No.
Can you, Steve?
No.
So we're not going to be in conflict with what we go through each time we have the beer that they want to have down at, what is it?
Made in Oklahoma.
Made in Oklahoma and all that.
No.
Okay.
No.
And the Made in Oklahoma Festival is technically sponsored by tourism, correct? The chamber?
Chamber.
I only remember one.
Community Foundation does the community.
I only remember the one where we were a heavy sponsor on the Centennial celebration.
Right.
And we did serve beer there. There weren't any incidences, but should anything in the future come up like that again, the way this read prior, it was like we couldn't even be a sponsor for it
Yeah.
if they wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So that's.
I don't
But this is just for the marketing and advertising. You
Marketing
can
for
still sell it,
advertising only.
but you can't say the city council sponsored by Budweiser.
And it's a resolution.
Yeah.
It's just a resolution that's required to get the grant.
Now, they may make us come back and do an ordinance later. We're trying to get it through like
Oh, okay.
this.
Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason,
Reluctantly, yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin,
Yes.
Chris Anson.
Yes. And
Motion
don't bring
passes.
Don't bring one back here in a few months that says we can't sponsor sugary drinks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think that the alcohol thing would apply to Mike Grant's annual Public Works hoedown that happens every year. We don't sponsor that, do we, Mike? Okay.
That you know of.
That I know, yeah.
Under current business, consideration and possible action to approve renewal of the fiscal year 2014-15 memorandum of agreement with the Seminole County Commissioners for holding prisoners in the county jail at a cost of $30 per day per inmate, which is the same as last year.
Move to approve.
Second,
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason,
yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin,
Yes.
Chris Anson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Number 3, consideration possible action to approve the fiscal year 2014-15 contract with the International Association of Firefighters, Local 2581, including an addendum to the contract holding Article 30, commonly referred to as the Me Too clause, null and void for the duration of this contract only, and agreeing to a 2% cost of living allowance, COLA. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Terry Thomason,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Jeff Griffin,
Yes.
Chris Anson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under reports, city manager.
Yes, I want to acknowledge our new Main Street Director is with us tonight. Bill Rosellis, welcome aboard. It's good to have you. If you haven't had a chance to meet Bill, good guy. I think he's going to do tremendous work. He's already made good inroads to our Main Street people, and I think he's going to have an impact. So I want to announce that the mosquito sprayer that you authorized us in a special meeting to purchase is in. It has been calibrated, and we plan on starting spraying tomorrow. So have we already given notice that we needed to? Okay. Tomorrow night, the mosquito spraying will commence.
In what area will that be? You know,
Twice in front of my house. I'm just kidding.
as long as it hits mine too.
Do you know where they're starting? We usually get about half the city done in one night. And
3 nights.
yeah.
We'll get the entire city in 3 nights.
I guess since you're the boss, we'll start at your
Just
house.
wait our
Dee Dee.
turn.
We had a great baseball tournament. I guess it was the weekend before last. We had roughly 70 teams that came, packed all of our restaurants. It was a great deal, great fundraiser. I think the Seminole Booster Club had sponsored that event, and they did a nice job. The 4th of July, of course, was a tremendous success, as always. I did want to mention that we've had some issues with our splash pad, and we're maneuvering quickly to solve those. It seems that there is a need for 24-year-old guys to slide down the kiddie slide, so we've kind of made some rules. We are no longer allowing anyone above the age of 11 to go down the little slide because the young kids, the 4, 5, 6-year-olds, were kind of getting plowed over at the bottom of the slide. So we've made that a rule, and we are now, during the busy times, we're having lifeguards stationed at the splash pad, and hopefully that'll resolve some of those issues that we were having. Other than that, I think the police department is stopping by occasionally to help support the effort, just making sure that the peace is kept. I think we expected crowds, but I don't think we quite expected what we have gotten. It's been, well, just today I saw 3 Shawnee buses from ABC Daycare was one of them, and I can't remember. I think Absentee Shawnee from Shawnee had a bus there, so it's getting a tremendous workout. We've got challenges. We need to secure it a little bit better. There are people that are messing with some of the fixtures underneath that are supposed to be out of bounds, trying to increase pressure, and that's kind of messing things up for everyone. So we'll adapt and make it better, and hopefully everyone will continue to get a good experience when they go down there. You probably noticed that we had a whole lot of expenditures for this session. I just want to say for the record that especially the City Council, is open for any new ideas to help improve our community. We're always looking for the next great idea, and if you have any, please be sure and let us know. That's all I have, Mayor.
Brian?
Just be sure the record is clear. Your consent agenda tonight included the corrected City Council special meeting minutes rather than the ones that were included in your book. And really the only thing that changed, there was a typo. Gary Howe was actually absent instead of present, which that's what was reflected in the minutes. We've corrected those, but all the votes on the original minutes were correct. So just so the record's clear. That's all I have.
Ward 2, John Kramer. Ward 3, Jeff Griffin. Ward 3, Terry Thomason.
Nothing.
Chris Anson.
Nothing.
Dee Dee Patterson.
My turn. I'd like to commend Steve, his staff, and all your hard workers. I'll tell you, our employees have done a lot, exceptional work, and outstanding work in preparing for the 4th of July and all the things that have gone on here this summer. And it's refreshing to think that we have a community that has those kind of people that would get out there and work like they have. And our police staff, they were there. We had no problems whatsoever, and that's a tribute to what's going on and how it's handled. So I pat you on the back. Good job. That's all.
The only thing I would like to add is, I'm sorry Brian's not here, but we had a kind of all chaos night the other night at the emergency room a few weeks ago. And we had some of the firefighters came down, or the paramedics came down and helped out in the ER, and that was greatly appreciated. And so I just wanted to make sure they were recognized for that. And with that, do I have a motion for adjournment?
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?